During Soup Stock 4, Sunday, September 30th, at Anathoth Community Farm near Luck, a farm where people are learning to leave a small environmental footprint, several met an intern working there from Syria who talked to the advocate about her experience at the farm and the situation in her country.
Well, it's been great because the message those people are trying to deliver just matches my beliefs somehow, which is living a life away from a system that is all about consumers and not sufficiency, the opposite of that. So here they're trying to make their own food, they plant their own food, trying to create a community that everybody knows each other, everybody's real. We're not just meeting each other through advertisements and news, away from facts and from the truth. They're great people. They've been supporting me since I came here in every mean possible.
So how did you find out about the farm?
Well, I was in Egypt before I got to US, and I was looking to work with an organic farm. And some of my friends here suggested Mike and Barb, and I made the connection, and I was lucky enough to have a place here.
Oh, neat. And how long have you been here?
I've been here for 3 months now.
Oh, 3 months.
Beginning of June.
And what are you learning? Exactly, what are you...
I'm learning farming.
Okay.
I'm learning how to take care of my own garden if I want to do a small garden. That is enough for me. I'm learning how to share. Living in a community is a huge experience for me. I'm learning how to share everything, to be in the same place with other people without, being unselfish somehow.
Are you a city girl, or?
I am a city girl. I come from the second biggest city in Syria, which is Aleppo.
Okay. And so, in America, there's a lot of city people who sort of have this yearning for the country, kind of a simple life. Is that a worldwide phenomenon that urban people sort of yearn to be in the rural areas?
I mean, it's not something that is fashionable. I think it is a need right now, because with what's happening, the way we're producing our food and consuming it is taking the world into a dark place, and we need to not go back, find a healthier step into the future where we can grow our food. It's not full of chemicals, harmful, that we need to, heal after we eat, and it's not produced in bulk that we are wasting so much. It's like we're not using what we're producing. We're producing too much, but we're not getting the best out of it.
Right.
And going back to farming is just not going back to farming. Is actually, to me, it's a step into the future. It's not going back in time. This is the new way that we need to deal with the mess we created.
Right. In America, the last 5-10 years, there's been a strong local foods movement. People going to farmers markets.
Yes.
We get a lot of food trucked in from California, thousands of miles away, other countries.
Yes.
Is there a similar movement like that in Syria where people were thinking local foods, or have you always had like a local food movement?
I think we always had local food. So it's not like that. It's not the same thing, and we're not yet into this huge production process. So we produce almost as much as we consume.
Okay.
And we don't have like huge supermarkets where you have thousands of choices, and you never get to read what's there. So we kind of know that this is healthy, mostly organic, or not chemically processed, and it's more simple in Syria, and it's more straightforward actually with food.
Syria's in the news almost every day today. What's going on over there? Do you have any comment about what you see is happening in your country?
I don't know about politics. I can tell you what I feel as a citizen from Syria, as a person who is a Syrian, and I really don't like the approach of what's happening here. Is they look at us at the numbers of people dying and at the huge destruction as international news. It's what's happening there in the other world. And that makes me realize the huge gap that we have between each other as parts of the world, and how we're strangers to each other, and it's very hard because when I address people saying that, okay, my family there and they are in danger, can you help me? I'm not addressing governments. I want to address people because people are supposed to be the government, no matter what's the political scene or solution. So when people don't know or do not connect or do not really realize that that person is not a number, he's actually dying, and he's part of the world, and the world is not as big as we think anymore. So he's going, like, what is the kind of life he's leading is certainly going to affect the way of life I am leading. And I need to be responsible for what's happening even in that part of the world, because without a relationship, everything is just about making deals and going into a market. And we're not about markets, we're human beings. We're not only in the market.
But what can we do? What can Americans do just to encourage a peaceful resolution to what's going on in Syria?
I think trying to deal with this fear issue that was created through time from the Muslim, the scary person who's like mysterious and we don't know anything about them, and just try to really see the truth of a human being, because, okay, this is how I put it. We in Syria differentiate between the government, the American government, and the American people. But somehow American people do not seem to differentiate between the Syrian people and the Syrian government. So we have as many crazy people that we're dealing with as you do too. But somehow when it's happening there, it's too bad for the conscience here to take. So, I mean, for example, we're dealing with, I don't know, when a bad, strict person happens in Syria, they think that this is the disaster that is going to shake their house, he's going to come and bomb here, but they never judge a person in Chicago, for example, who killed so many people in a cinema. This guy is just a crazy, and we are real danger. Why is that? It's like this is just of being afraid of that other that we don't know, and we don't want to know because we don't believe in the goodness in human beings anymore. We feel those people are raised and taught, and this is their nature, primitive Muslims, and it's not like that. And my what I want to do is just say hi, communicate, have friends, make friends, and that will make me and show Americans that we are human beings, and that will make them relate better to me as the other. But what they can do is be responsible for the choices. For example, you're electing, and your vote is very important for the choices that your government is making. And I think you, as an American, shouldn't take that lightly, because it's not something that you just go and do. Okay, I have a new president, and this is how his foreign policy is going. This is something to really contemplate and take responsibility over. Plus, at this stage, like in Syria, donations are always good. Signs and messages to the people of Syria, telling them that we, like you Americans, are here and can hear their voices, and you know that they're human beings, and you feel for them, and you're against that.